In today's epic clash, we have two titans of the tape, the CryoScorch's own DistantCoder, and of course, Team Imperwatt's PKSparkxx, which couldn't be more true, as today he's looking to bring the heat against one of the most decorated Elestrals players in the game. Both of these Elestriad challengers have had a rough start and are looking to close out some games as we reach into the final matches. If you want to check out the standings for both teams as well as more Elestriad action, you can ask your parents' permission before going online to Elestriad.com, as well the link will be in the description down below. Hello everyone, what's up my Nimbugs, and hello Elestriad faithful, my name is Swolax and today I'll be the voice in your head commentating over today's epic clash. As we reach into the final weeks of the Elestriad, both casters have almost exhausted their polls, but Coder hasn't exhausted some choice words about one of his favorite cards in Elestrals.
Super cool card. Ignector. Bro, hey, we got two of them. Two fun cards. Not one, but two fun cards. Necrough. Dip. Fun. Chat. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, this is what we call fun. That's so fun.
It's all smiles on PK's end though, as he opens up an Altar of Stars, looking to maybe boost his Panzer strategy, and also grabs a Pandison, which opens up a lot more potential for different Earth decks. And with a nice hollow Verdolith to add to the collection, PK had some thinking to do about this Goliath Earth Elestral.
I was thinking about my Centaur deck, and I think this card may actually be viable. I dismissed it at first and negated a trade or denied a trade with PokeMMD for Verdolith. But the more I think about how that deck plays, the more I think Verdolith might be just what I need to really turn that deck live.
It's looking pretty close for these two casters, so I'm curious, Coder, what did you happen to bring on today's clash?
What's up guys, it's your boy Coder playing against PK this week, and we are bringing the Morphrosts. I freaking love this deck, and I decided to max pimp it with all of my shiny Morphrost cards. Do I think I stand a chance? If I see counter runes, then I do stand a chance. If I don't see counter runes, then no, I don't stand a chance. The only Elestral in his deck that scares me is exactly Viscerus. If he sees Viscerus, then I don't stand a chance. If he doesn't see Viscerus, then I do stand a chance. That is basically the way this game is going to go. I need a couple of turns of setup, and realistically, if he just has the counters to my setup, then there's nothing really that I can do about it. So here's hoping that he, doesn't have the counters to, this stuff early on, and that I can get the ball rolling a little bit. And in a perfect world, I will get the ball rolling fast enough to get some bigger bombs out on the board. And if I can do that, I don't think he's able to beat me. So let's see how it goes. Good luck to PK.
Coder might be one of the most decorated players in Elestrals, and his deck is no different. Look at these gorgeous Stellar Morphrost cards and a rare chance to see a Stellar Cryoling in action. You love to see it. Keep an eye out from the top to the back, as he's also rocking some shiny counter runes, including Poison-Tipped Arrow, which if Coder's looking to truly bling out his deck, then he can try to hunt for the stunning full art Poison-Tipped Arrow from the new set Daybreak. Pre-orders are live right now, so head on over to shopelestrals.com to place an order and be on the lookout for even more rare cards and the new Solar Spirit type, which does play pretty well with that full art Poison-Tipped Arrow that's no longer locked to the Earth starter decks. Speaking of Earth decks, PK, what did you bring today against DistantCoder?
Today I have a list of my own creations, something that I dove into to create a strategy that I think can actually be unique. It's not anything I've seen anyone know before, so as far as I know, it's the first time this is happening, or at least I didn't net deck it from somebody else. Today, knowing how the CryoScorchers are very heavy on their back row, and knowing that my opponent today, DistantCoder, is on Frost, while he does use a little bit of water, I would not be mad if those waters got spent on something else other than the CryoScorch, Cryovern. So today, we are utilizing the mud strategy, circling around Barabog. Barabog is a really interesting card that says when your opponent casts an Elestral or a rune without an earth or water spirit, they have to expend an extra spirit. Now on one hand, this kind of just furthers the Frost engine anyway, but seeing as how Frost likes to play Nog or just mulligan to get extra spirits in the underworld if this is what they want to, it's going to happen anyway. Let's assume that they're going to mill down to their 15 or 14, whatever they need to make Cryoling live. We're going to punish them there. because Barabog is a 7 defense. He's going to need to really build up and over Barabog in order to really get his game plan going. On the water side, we're bringing Galaxy, and on the earth side, we're bringing Viserys. Now, you guys know these cards, they're pretty massive in their strategies, and the Galaxy is here just in case Cryovern comes out regardless. It gets out Cryovern first, because then I can cast out Galaxy, and those water enchanted Cryoverns go to 4 attack. Or Barabog goes to a 7 attack. Let's talk about that later on. Tsunami. We all know Tsunami. If he doesn't enchant Cryovern with water, Tsunami is live. If I don't have Galaxy, Tsunami is probably there as well. And on the Earth side, you know we're bringing Earthquake. Of course we're bringing Earthquake. So with this suite, I think it's going to be a very unique strategy that he will not be prepared for. Although I'll be honest, my main reason for building this deck is I really just wanted to play a 2 or 3 drop Elestral. I tried with Centaur and everything else. This is the only one I haven't tried and have some sort of confidence in. Let's see if Barabog can get the job done.
I am loving the experimentation with Barabog, a really interesting earth-water Elestral that burns the opponent. I also love the addition of the additional water engine that's here for just a little bit of extra power to hopefully play around some of those lovely counter runes that we know Coder is rocking up with today. But with that being said, it's time for the clash. DistantCoder is going to go ahead and start off with a Narpoon. This is going to allow him to search a Frost Elestral from his deck to his hand. I'm imagining he's going to go for one of the more Frost cards, maybe potentially some more advantage, maybe an Frostix as well to bank for later, just in case he wants to go for some underworld plays. He's going to go ahead and grab a Morphrost Lichen form, and once again, those Stellars are beautiful. Electing to activate the effect of the Morphrost Lichen form, he's going to go ahead and search from and add from his deck to his hand a Morphrost, a Bomb, and an Indus form. Again, the Stellars, he is just flexing on us right now. Holy. These 2 cards are very, very strong in the strategy, allowing for insane advantage inside the Elestral's core, but it looks like he's only going to set 1 counter rune and pass over to PK. PK with a very strong start. Oh my god, Coder did not want to see a Viserys here. He told us as much. With 2 cards set in PK's back row, he's going to go ahead and attempt to go to combat, which is going to eat up a Shield of Achilles. Totally fine from PK's angle. If you're sitting there, you're comfy, because now you can just run out that Viserys in the next turn. Passing it back to DistantCoder though, Coder is going to run out a Morphrost Indus form, also going to use its effect to send 2 Morphrosts of different names to the underworld. This will allow that abominable form to get huge and potentially can set up some plays for its secondary effect, allowing it to bring back Elestrals from the underworld. Swinging in for 2 here, PK is going to take both. He's not worried at all. Those 2 counter runes, those 2 back row are sitting pretty in the back row. And here it comes back down that Viserys, which is going to threaten now a no back row Coder, which might run over either the Narpoon or the Morphrost Indus form. PK's gotta be a little bit careful about that Morphrost Indus form's effect. And so I imagine he's going to be going ahead and hitting over this Narpoon here and activating the effect of this Viserys, going ahead and bring out from the deck a second in the beautiful stained glass from Shattered Stars onto the board in defense. I'm going to pass back to DistantCoder, staring down 2 Viseryses on board. This can be very scary unless Coder's got an answer. A Mountains of Boreas is hitting the field, which I think means that we might see a big, strong, oh, it's the Cryoling! Wow, that's gorgeous. And look at the heads up play here from Coder. It's boosting the Cryoling just enough to activate its effect to destroy and ascend into Cryovern, which is going to be water enchanted. It's helped play around Tsunami and plenty of counter runes here. We might not see PK have an answer if it's only Tsunami in the back. Wow, that's insane. And the Indus form's gonna come down. It's gonna try to swing over the defense position Vis, and a Tsunami hitting the board. This is gonna turn this to defense, but not the Cryovern gonna swing. It's a shield! He has everything! Whoa. PK. This is very costly though, you know, a very comfortable spirit count ahead, but PK's gotta expend 2 extra here, as well as the additional cost of the Shield of Achilles, making that a 3 spirit play. I guess it might be worth it if you're looking to out this entire board, but wow, I mean, That might come up later, we don't quite know. An Asteroid hitting the board right now with a 2-body, going ahead and get some more card advantage. PK gets to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and add 1 to the hand. Setting 2 more back row, he's just laying it on right now. Both Vis to attack on the assault. Says, I don't care about the second effect of Indus Morphrost. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna try to close this the spirit gap just a little bit. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and try to swing in with the Viscerus. Gonna activate the effect of the Viscerus, bringing a 3rd Vis. And Coder gets to pop a back row. Let's see which one it is. It's, ooh, the PTA. Poison-tipped arrow here gets popped. That might be crucial for controlling the board if PK's back row is anything at all. But now these Viscerus are huge, and I think I've only seen a 3 Vis board before from fellow Earthcaster Mario. 3 Vis is very scary. This is an intense board state right now. I can only imagine what's going on through Coder's head. Goes and draws for turn. He's smiling, laughing. Maybe there's no answer, but maybe he has all the answers in the world. We'll see what he drops down. It's going to be the Abom. That's a start. Abominable form right now is boosted right now, I believe, to a 6. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6 body on this abominable form, and let's see what it hits over. Going to go ahead and swing into the rabbit, I believe. Ooh, which is going to hit into a tsunami. Well, that's all she wrote for that Abom. That thing is goodbye in the next turn. Oh, DistantCoder being a good sport and showing that he did in fact draw the 2nd Cryovern. That feels very, very bad. Those big Elestrals can be very nice, but can also clog up the hand quite nicely. So he's gonna turn everything to attack. PK is going to go ahead and look to close this one out quite nicely, getting rid of that abominable form. Oh, not before expecting to draw though. Looks like we're not going quite to the battle quite yet. And he's setting 2 more back row. PK, you monster. Gonna go ahead and hit over that abominable form and swing in for a ton of damage here. The spirits are getting quite low. Coder needs an Ambrosia to stay in this. But again, the spirit count is really not that crazy. Only 2 spirit deficit here. He could easily come back if he just sees maybe like a Laurels. An Earthquake would be huge, and anything to do with counter runes. Okay, we have a bigger Morphrost Abominable form coming down. I believe this one is now going to be an 8 with the additional copy inside of the Underworld, and a Gorgon's Gaze on the attack. That's going to blank the effects, turning it back into a 1, oh no, excuse me, into a 2 with the Mountains of Boreas, and that's going to also trade with the Astrabbit now with no additional effect. If PK has 1 additional Elestral in hand, this should close out the game. Looks like they're clarifying just those points right there. But it looks so over. And Equilinx, oh, he has control for the back row too. It looks like Coder's just showing the entire spirits going to combat, swinging for face. This was an intense game. Wow. PK was just a commanding lead from the very start. I cannot believe it. Initially, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried that Barabog was gonna bog this deck down, but it looks like Earth is just so powerful when you're just able to get off the effects of stuff like Viscerus, and of course we've seen the Equilinx at the end. Congratulations to PKSparkxx for taking that one home for Team Imperawatts this week and for beating DistantCoder and his Morphrost strategy. PK, if you're watching this, and I know that you are, we're really proud of you, and also you've been coming into your own as a player, and it really shows the amount of work that you're putting in. However, the work's not quite done yet. We can't sit quite comfortably as there's a lot of stiff competition inside this Elestriad, and more to come from Team Cryoscorch and Team Imperawatt as clashes continue. So make sure to subscribe to see more as well. Let us know down below what you think of this clash and the other clashes here this season. Also head over to shopelestrals.com to brew to daybreak and check out Elestriad.com for more Elestriad action. I've been Swolex. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.